Taxi pulls up to the entrance of 7th St. Martial University, where a hopeful martial artist stands ready for adventure. A confident young man with dark hair stands proudly, his gaze fixed on the horizon as he nurtures the soul of his crystalline scarlet draconic spear. A cheerful character waved excitedly, calling out to Brother Sheng with a bright smile. Calm and attentive, turned to listen with curiosity. Brother Sheng eagerly asked about his mission and whether it had been difficult or exciting. Casually replied that it was okay and not particularly hard. Tense confrontation erupted as a young man with dark hair expressed shock and disbelief at Brother Sheng's alleged actions. Tense atmosphere settled as Brother Sheng eagerly pressed about the morality of killing someone, considered the weight of taking a life and felt pensive. Brother Sheng exclaimed his desire to experience the thrill of bounty hunting. Z's martial arts reputation loomed over their conversation, showcasing his genius. Hopeful martial artists stood skeptical, as another excitedly proclaimed their duty to eradicate evil and enforce justice on behalf of heaven. A sense of urgency filled the air as a young man with dark hair hurried toward the Martial Saint Tower alongside a worried girl. He urged her to hurry, expressing concern about the tower's defense. A sense of urgency intensified as a young man with dark hair questioned Brother Sheng about the commotion surrounding the Martial Saint Tower. Brother Sheng explained that Meow was attacking their tower. Alarmed, the young man with dark hair realized the gravity of the situation. He felt a surge of determination, ready to confront the impending threat. A sense of curiosity hung in the air as he listened intently. He asked what the Seven Saints was. Another character explained that it was an upgraded version of the seniors. Glowing filled with names illuminated the room, capturing the attention of a determined young man with dark hair. He observed the amazed by its significance and the light display surrounding. Atmosphere felt heavy with concern as a thoughtful and concerned young man analyzed his university's disappointing performance. Pointed out the absence of any members in the top 10 of the Seven Saints. He noted that even the rank 1 student was only 13th, indicating trouble ahead. His companion listened skeptically, weighing the implications of such observations. A wave of disappointment washed over as he lamented the university's struggles. He remarked that the 7th St. Martial University was losing its prestige. Atmosphere crowded with tension as a shocked young man with dark hair expressed disbelief over the unexpected delay in defending the tower. He reacted with frustration, demanding clarity about the situation. Another character, eager and determined, prepared for the impending battle to protect the tower. Excitement surged through the young man with dark hair as he processed Brother Sheng's announcement about defending the tower. Grand Tower loomed majestically over a gathering of figures, each one gazing upward with a mix of awe and determination. Frustration filled the air as a young man with dark hair vented about the impending humiliation from the 4th St. Martial University. A worried classmate pleaded for a better outcome. A sense of urgency pulsed through the crowd as a worried young man with dark hair exclaimed about his failure. A wave of panic washed over a young man with dark hair as he voiced his fears about the dire consequences of the match loss. Frustration washed over a young man with dark hair as he reflected on his defeat and the stark difference in strength against Meow. A mocking laugh echoed from a smug and cocky young man with dark hair who delighted in the misfortune of a rival university. Still, his confident companion commented on their arrogance, noting how it often leads to humiliation. A chaotic background swirled around a young man with dark hair who suddenly questioned who had shoved him. A mystical event unfolded, leaving a young man with dark hair and others in shocked disbelief. Reacted to the surge of psychic power, the group watched in confusion. A determined young man with dark hair approached the crowd, holding a briefcase tightly in his grasp. A confident young man with dark hair stood as others announced his accomplishments. They marveled at how he ranked first and had defeated the spear instructor. A wave of alarm spread through the crowd as he revealed his spiritualist abilities. Panicked bystanders gasped and exchanged fearful glances. One wondered if he was defending the tower. A mocking young man with a purple shirt laughed at the idea of a freshman challenging a seasoned opponent. A tense atmosphere filled the room as a determined young man with dark hair approached the glowing circular device, his focus unwavering. A curious woman asked a hopeful martial artist about the need to line up for the tower's entrance. A curious woman confronted, expressing surprise at his presence and inquiring about his past experiences with the Martial Saint Tower. Atmosphere crowded with urgency as a concerned young man with dark hair urged the female character to gather more challengers for the upcoming contest. Atmosphere shifted as a calm and confident man reassured a concerned woman standing close behind him. He comforted her, saying not to worry. A confident young man with dark hair glanced back over his shoulder, asserting his independence and challenging anyone who doubted his abilities. Dimly lit space pulsed with tension as a red-haired character demanded to know if the bent-over man had found the information they sought. A wave of alarm rippled through the room as a worried girl expressed her concern about a character embarking on an A-rank mission. A worried girl expressed her fear about the future of the university, while another character listened with concern and questioned her high expectations. The atmosphere thickened as frustration seeped into their conversation about a missing person and the looming threat of the tower. A cynical woman remarked that the person in question wasn't even at school, dismissing any chance to prove anything. She continued, expressing her belief that everyone seemed to defend the tower now, including a freshman named. Her tone reflected desperation as she noted that their situation was becoming increasingly dire. Tension crackled in the air as a young man with dark hair confronted another, demanding to know about a freshman named entering the tower. A group of characters turned toward the entrance, anxious about the arrival of the new person. A nervous but assertive woman pointed to indicate the newcomer. The scoreboard lit up, revealing status as ongoing. A young man with dark hair watched as entered, prompting an excited reaction from another character, who was greeted with sheer amazement and enthusiasm. Celebrated victory with ecstatic joy, feeling invincible in the moment. Smirked while playfully teasing his friend about her excitement over a newcomer, suggesting it stemmed from a pride only sister fans could understand. Stood confidently with one hand in his pocket, radiating an air of assurance. Futuristic interior stretched before a young man with dark hair, filled with awe and curiosity about the legendary Martial Saint Tower. He observed the structure, captivated by its grandeur and significance. A futuristic helmet rested in his hands, while he examined a piece of paper with confusion etched on his face. He thought it felt like a scene from a movie. Atmosphere was tense as nervously prepared to wear the headset, determination flickering in his eyes. A surge of shock coursed through him as held his head in disbelief. Tension in the air thickened as stood poised, facing an unseen threat with unwavering determination. He exclaimed that something was amiss, his voice laced with urgency. Realization washed over as he gazed at his hand in awe. He thought that despite some differences, this world mirrored his dreams. Ominous blue energy surrounded a determined young man with dark hair as he questioned his task about the zombies he had killed in the dream space. A confident young man with dark hair smirked as he addressed an unseen opponent, declaring that only one contender awaited him in the Marshal Saint Tower. A luminescent figure floated above the ground, radiating an aura of energy that captivated all who beheld it. Tan levitated, channeling his powerful spiritual energy as he prepared for the challenge ahead. Mystical blue glow enveloped a thoughtful and introspective young man as he observed the spirit of Tan, wondered if this was how the legendary martial artist appeared in his youth. A mysterious blue figure crouched toward a startled young man with dark hair. He reacted with shock, unable to comprehend the sudden appearance. A sudden surge of blue energy struck, enveloping him in a painful explosion of light. A swirl of ethereal energy danced around a focused and introspective young man as he reached out, pondering its mysterious nature. A glowing figure loomed behind a confident young man with dark hair, assessing his opponent's strength. He noted the opponent seemed to be a second-level martial artist. A surge of energy pulsed around him, empowered and assertive, as he deflected the incoming attack with unwavering confidence. A confident young man with dark hair prepared to retaliate, declaring that he would respond in kind to end Marshal Saint's attack. Swirling blue energy pulsed ominously as a determined yet cautious young man with dark hair approached it. A powerful blast erupted from a determined and powerful, scattering crystal shards in every direction. A swirling mass of ice shards danced around a focused and powerful, who directed their movement with unwavering determination. A tense moment hung in the air as a determined and alert raised his fist, surprise etched on his face. A mystical event unfolded before a curious and focused, pulling him into its mesmerizing spectacle. Observed the phenomenon in awe, unable to look away from its beauty. Vibrant blue flame flickered ominously in the water, as conjured it with intense focus and determination. Potent energy surrounded a determined and introspective, heightening the intensity of the moment. He questioned whether Tan had transformed after absorbing his spiritual power. A pensive young man with dark hair observed the changes around him, noting the increasing difficulty of the challenges ahead. He remarked that the difficulty was gradually increasing. Tense energy crowded in the air as he turned sharply to face the approaching figure. Triumphant energy surged as a determined martial artist unleashed a powerful blast toward his opponent. He expressed gratitude, claiming to understand the Marshal Saint Tower's basic principle. Dark storm raged overhead and a determined martial artist stood defiantly, energy radiating around him. He exclaimed loudly, his voice filled with anger. A swirling mass of glowing blue tendrils filled the air, captivating attention with their mysterious dance. Observed the tendrils, intrigued by their mesmerizing movement. Dark storm loomed overhead as a determined martial artist leapt backward, narrowly avoiding an incoming attack. Shouted, his surprise evident as he dodged the strike. The stormy sky mirrored his frustration, as he reflected on the draining power he experienced after defeating opponents. A towering structure loomed against the darkened sky, radiating ethereal energies that sparked deep contemplation in a young man with dark hair. He considered how the Marshal Saint Tower managed to sustain itself through countless trials. Explained how the glowing structure maintained itself through a unique pivot system, drawing from each level to fuel the Marshal Saint's will. The determined martial artist faced an ominous presence, feeling the weight of the Marshal Saint's will strengthening around him. Insightful martial artist reflected on the 7th St. Martial University's challenges, noting its lower enrollment compared to the other 6 universities. Calm and commanding figure gestured to the towering structure, emphasizing its significance among the 7 universities, noted that he oversees all affairs there. An unknown figure struck, catching him off guard in this tense moment. He felt the sudden impact resonate through his body. A powerful attack erupted as it struck his foe, determination radiating from him. Analyzed the Marshal Saint Tower, pondering the implications of his findings on the origin of the dream space. Darkstorm raged while a curious and contemplative figure watched the chaos unfold around him. He observed the vast destruction, feeling a sense of intrigue. A glowing orb pulsated with energy as multiple hands reached toward it, merging their wills in a moment of unity. Focused intently, believing a new spiritual world could be constructed together. A fierce battle erupted as unleashed a powerful energy attack, determined to turn the tide in their favor. A defensive figure braced himself, ready to evade the impending strike. Unleashed a powerful attack, his confidence radiating as he demonstrated the mastery he had been honing for years. A surge of energy enveloped as he prepared to unleash his sword attack, declared his intent to achieve intermediate attainment in the way of the sword. A surge of energy enveloped as he broke through level 6, his triumph echoing throughout the arena. Swirling purple energy surrounded a confident and powerful, who stood unyielding before his opponents. A powerful and skillful warrior materialized his sword, radiating confidence as swirling energy enveloped him. A confident young man with dark hair raised his hand, ready to challenge the strongest martial masters. A confident young man with dark hair prepared for combat, flames dancing around him as he declared his intent to tear apart his opponent barehanded. The ranking board displayed various martial artist standings, indicating a fierce competition brewing among them. A wave of anxiety swept through the crowd as 2 young women reacted to Meow's latest achievement. One young woman screamed about his success at the 22nd level. The other young woman expressed her desperate plea to ancestors, fearing what would come next. A wave of frustration washed over a young man with dark hair as he examined his hands in disbelief. He couldn't comprehend the disgrace of his current level. His thoughts spiraled around the strength of those on them. A surge of frustration, a young man with dark hair as he clutched his head in exasperation, cursed at his circumstances. A tense atmosphere filled the air as voiced his concern regarding Meow's growing strength and the formidable Tan's unmatched skills. A sense of urgency hung in the air as a nervous and anxious female character warned about Meow's overwhelming power. A wave of anxiety washed over a nervous and uncertain young man as he worried about becoming a sinner at the 7th St. Martial University. Flickered, displaying his astonishing speed as he ascended the tower. An amazed observer watched, feeling excitement swell within her. An amazed young woman reacted in shock as speed reached astonishing heights, surpassing 11 and quickly climbing to 15 levels. An amazed young woman expressed her shock, revealing that it had reached the 21st level, just one behind Meow and surpassing. Struck with incredible speed, leaving his opponent stunned and questioning the nature of such swiftness. Tense atmosphere filled the room as a young man with dark hair confronted others about their dishonesty, accused the students of falsifying their scores in the Marshall Saint Tower. Tense atmosphere filled the air as a young man with dark hair observed the climber's rapid ascent, expressed alarm about the climber's absurd speed. Tense atmosphere lingered as a young man with dark hair confronted a woman, accusing her of complicity in the Marshall Saint Tower's deception. Shocked female characters stared at the rankings board, her astonishment palpable in the tense air. The scoreboard beeped loudly, displaying new rankings that shocked everyone present, was amazed as he realized he had set a new record. A man with dark hair felt the excitement in the air as a female character shouted about his extraordinary potential. Flames engulfed as he stood strong, revealing the depths of his power to the astonished crowd. A voice echoed, expressing disbelief at his godlike abilities. Powerful aura surrounded a young man with dark hair as he unleashed fiery energy, preparing to confront his opponent. Confident martial artist surrounded by flames proclaimed his mastery over martial techniques, acknowledging the impressive skills of the one he faced. Full energy swirled around a determined and focused young man with dark hair as he channeled his power, ready for what lay ahead. Swirling pink energy enveloped a young man with dark hair, leaving him visibly distressed as he struggled against its overwhelming force. Heavy burden weighed on a determined but overwhelmed young man with dark hair as he grappled with the exorbitant fee for the next level. He held his head in frustration, feeling the psychic energy required would drain others completely. A massive figure loomed above a resolute and focused young man with dark hair as tension filled the air around them, prepared for the next challenge, his determination unwavering. A powerful figure appeared, radiating martial energy, while a shocked figure recoiled in fear at the display before him. Powerful martial master aura enveloped the atmosphere, leaving an intense and focused young man with dark hair in awe. Flames swirled around a defiant young man with dark hair, showcasing his unwavering determination, summoned flames against his opponent. Fierce energy crackled in the air as a determined young man with dark hair prepared for battle. He declared his intent to prove himself against the opponent. With unwavering resolve, he launched a powerful attack toward his foe. Fierce glow emanated from the sword as wielded it with intense focus. Powerful energy blast erupted from a determined young man with dark hair, illuminating the intense atmosphere of the battlefield. Water burst upward as his foot splashed into the puddle, sending droplets flying in all directions. Swirling clouds and crackling energy surrounded a determined young man with dark hair as he braced against an overwhelming force. A terrifying slash cut through the air, leaving reeling from the impact. He felt his vital energy unravel like tofu in one strike. A confident young man with dark hair smirked, thrilled at the prospect of facing a strong opponent. A determined young man with dark hair leaped into the air, fueled by the pressure of impending danger. He believed his martial arts would advance even further. Channeled energy, preparing to unleash the command realm by technique with unwavering determination. Energy surged around a determined young man with dark hair as he prepared for a powerful attack, performed a great sun dash, radiating confidence and strength. Tense atmosphere surrounded a determined warrior as he raised his sword, ready to confront an unseen enemy. Fierce young man with dark hair brandished a glowing sword, ready to strike at his adversary. Fierce young man with dark hair struck forward, channeling energy into his attack. Bright, swirling energy enveloped, as he focused intently on unleashing his powerful energy blast. Flames erupted around a focused and powerful, as he prepared to unleash the stellar body refining art. A calm, authoritative figure sat at the desk, observing the spacious office around him. Inspected the document with a shocked expression, as he absorbed the gravity of the situation involving 8 sixth-level martial artists. Flames engulfed the as stood tall, surrounded by the remnants of his defeated foes. He reflected on how they were all wiped out by in one-sided defeats. An AA rank mission had been adjusted to AA rank due to the overwhelming nature of the victory. A letter of thanks lay open on the desk, revealing its lengthy praise for his recent accomplishments. Read the letter, astonished by the police chief's gratitude. A man in a suit sat in a large chair, his expression reflecting surprise at an unexpected return. Then he thought he had anticipated the person would stay hidden longer. A powerful figure stood confidently, a glowing sword in hand, surrounded by a mystical energy that pulsed with ominous intent, revealed his unparalleled combat prowess, likening himself to the legendary martial saint of old. The room buzzed with urgency as a talented and strong young man caught the attention of the martial saint, reached for the telephone, intent on reporting the news. The vice principal appeared shocked, exclaiming urgently for him to hurry. A woman with red hair shouted a warning about an emergency at the Marshall Saint Tower. Gestured with concern while sitting at his desk, worried about the competition results in the Marshall Saint Tower. A wave of anxiety washed over a young man with dark hair as he questioned a calm official about the university's connection to the unfolding crisis. A determined martial artist with dark hair achieved an incredible feat, breaking the 7th Marshall Saint Tower's record and reaching the 26th floor. Ice shards rained down, and a young man with dark hair cowered, panic-stricken and terrified at the sight of the falling danger. Terrifying pressure filled the air, causing 2 men to react in shock to an unseen threat looming above them. One man expressed disbelief at the overwhelming force. The other man gasped, realizing it was the aura of a martial master. A mysterious figure loomed ahead, and a young man with dark hair felt a surge of confusion, questioned the identity of the vice principal with disbelief. Tension crackled in the air as a character with glasses urgently called out to. If you'd like to see your favorite titles retold, leave a comment, and I'll be sure to pick some of them up from time to time. Also, let me know which video format you like more, long videos or short ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon.